Have you ever experienced in your healing journey that in the beginning of it, you were like, this is going to be amazing. I'm going to do all this healing and I'm going to know who I am and I'm going to live this magnificent life. To realize that you've done your healing and now you're in this phase of what now? Nobody told me about this phase. This video is going to help you get some clarity on what is the first step to clearing up the haze of what now. So one of the first things to come into play here is that this is an identity shift that's actually going on. I mean, you've released, and I'm sure you have shedded hundreds of versions of yourself, and you have cleaned out the emotional closet and taken all the arrows out of your back and done all this amazing things. And now you're starting to really see what is no longer in alignment to the point that you can't unsee it. And you can be experiencing it can feel unsettling. Like it was very unsettling for me when I've experienced this phase. It's unsettling because you feel like, for me, and if you're like me, you're in the middle. It feels like a limbo where it's a little disorienting because you're living the life that you once lived, but you're not the person that lived or created that life. And you have all these desires to have a new future, yet it feels like sometimes there's like this fog that you can't clearly see. So for me, what it felt like is I felt like I was literally in a waiting room. And the waiting room was called Becoming. So I had done the healing, and now I was in this waiting room of becoming, and I was waiting to get called into the room of being her, being the 100% healed me, living this wonderful, amazing, soul-led life. And what I realized was the only way that was going to happen is if I actually became her and did the work to really integrate that life, which is exciting. It can feel a little intimidating. It can feel a little unknown because it's a new reality. It's a new norm. It's a new you. It's more the authentic soul-led you leading that life. And so what we're going to talk about here is one of the first steps in this journey that can be super helpful. It's about your values, because you are so not who you once were. And that is so exciting. But you are finally who you 100% remember to be. And that's so exciting too. And it's freeing. And at the same time, it also comes with mixed emotions. As soul-led people that are deep emotional beings and care deeply for people, the last thing that we want to do is hurt other people. And yet, to honor sometimes our own true, authentic self, our intention isn't to hurt anybody. It's just to really create a soul-aligned life. And in doing that, we get clear. And so step one is getting really clear on your new values. What do you value now? Do you value family, relationships, autonomy, self-expression, creativity? What are those things that really matter to you in who you are in this moment today? And if you don't know, that's okay. It's very common. But it's time, if you want to move to the next place, to start getting curious about that. And you can do it a lot of different ways. You can just simply go on the internet and Google values and start reading off a list and trust your intuition. I mean, that is your number one tool is your intuition now. So when you read a word, how does your intuition feel? How does that feel for you? How does it land with you? Does it feel tight? Does it feel expansive? Do you feel excited? Like, what is it that you're feeling? And lean into that. And just circle that word. Don't overthink it. Just circle that word. Go to the next, go to the next, go to the next. And then you may have 12, 15 words. And then take those and bring them down to 3 to 5. That if you ask yourself the question, if I was 100% living a soul-led life, what would be the 3 to 5 that I would put on a t-shirt and walk around and be like, yes, authentic me is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can start saying, okay, based off of this, and this is an extra step. You don't have to do it yet. Let's get through step 1. But if you want to challenge yourself, then start to say, okay, based off of my life, and just take one area, based off my life, in this one area, am I living that life? What's incongruent? What's congruent? What's aligned and what's misaligned here? Because I'm sure you're seeing lots of misaligned things right now. I know I did too. And I still do at some level here. But when we start to kind of get into that space where we know what our values are, we're getting clear, we're getting curious. We're getting curious of okay, what's working, what's out of alignment, then we can start creating something different. So your first step is to, once again, you can Google, you can find a bunch of words that are values, circle the first, 15 of them that really light you up. Just do it quick. Don't think about it. Then take that list, bring it down to 3 to 5. From that list, think about, what would I put on a t-shirt that says, authentic me, these 5. And then if you really want to, then the next step would be, where in my life is this congruent or incongruent? And just choose one. And if you're way out of whack, it's okay. Like, honestly, Rome wasn't built in a day. We are human beings. We're creative beings. We evolve. And this is just part of a different evolution. All that healing that you've done has gotten you ready for this life that you're about to create. Hear that again. All your healing has gotten you ready for this life that you are about to create. And you're going to move from what now to what next with so much excitement and so much joy. And you're going to live in the present moment and look and be excited for what's to come as well. And if that is what you're craving, that is what this whole channel is about. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video.